All right, welcome to This Week in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone. And if you're joining us this week, we're here talking to Mr. Kevin McBride, and he is I don't know if you call it the principal, but kind of like the principal.
The
admin person of the virtual program for Jackson County Schools. And so this is kind of a cool concept, I think, as we've been talking. And, one of the first questions I asked him was, why wouldn't anybody not do this? I mean, because to be able to sit home, do virtual school in my pajamas, not have to. Now, I don't know how motivated I would constantly keep myself. I might if I could do a little bit here and then take a break a little bit here, but I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about it. So it's a virtual program that you guys just started this year.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us about your background first, where you come from, and how this came about.
Okay. Yes, I've been in Jackson County for the last 24 years as a principal, assistant principal, teacher, and different things. My last job was principal at Paint Rock Valley High School. When that closed, we were kind of toying with the idea of a virtual school because that is a requirement in the state of Alabama, and the program that we were using, Access, was not something that we felt like was getting everything done that we needed to get done. So we looked at a different program, different company that we decided to go with, and it's been very effective. But for the most part, we're happy with the program.
Okay, good. What curriculum? So you were with Access, you said. They were.
The school system, yes,
right. And now you're with OdysseyWare?
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the difference between the two?
OdysseyWare seems to be a little more user-friendly for us. We've had people in the past we actually spent about a year researching the different choices that we might have, and we felt like that was the best. I wasn't actually involved in that decision-making process because at that point I was still principal in Paint Rock Valley, but there was something that they were kicking around, and then when the opportunity presented itself, then we decided to give it a go. And so we solicited funds for a startup. We had in mind starting with, no more than 25 students, and the initial cost for that was around $60,000. So we actually made those funds available through the board. Started to advertise, and it was a rather late start, probably about 3 weeks before school started. So we were kind of behind the 8 ball on that. So we went to our good old trusty Facebook standby and put it on Facebook, put it out on the Jackson County Schools website and different media sources.
Right.
And actually, by the start of school, we were almost at our quota.
Oh. So what did you want your quota to be?
We wanted it to be 25, no more than that. We felt like that would be a good number to start with because we were kind of trying to build the plane as we were flying it, so to speak. We were still investigating some of the things that we weren't sure about and learning as we were going. But
so how many kids do you have now?
We have 37, and we could have a lot more. The issues that we're working out now would be students starting in the middle of the semester. Whereas before we weren't actually going to offer that. Now when a student finishes with their curriculum for a certain grade level and they've mastered that curriculum, then they will start for the next school year.
So how does the program work? I mean, is it all grade? What grade levels? And then you just give me a typical, not a day in the life of a kid, but in their doing an actual program. I mean,
sure.
Do they watch, TV or whatever?
Yeah, a typical day, will vary with the student, but, there's a requirement that you log on 4 or 5 hours a day.
Okay.
And spend that time like you would at school. The only thing is the student gets to decide what time that would be, and that requires some self-motivation. So, student gets up, they can do their thing, but eventually they'll log on. When they log on, I'll see when they're logged on. I can keep up with the number of minutes they're logged on to each subject, and that's so that I can monitor that. But they'll just do projects. They'll do all sorts of little projects and activities via the internet. Each student has their own teacher per subject. So if you're taking a history class, then you have a history teacher, and that teacher's able to teach individually face-to-face if that's something that they want to do. software that will read the program, read the literature for them if they want to do that. All sorts of neat little bells and whistles, and we're really pleased with the results of the students and the feedback from the students as far as like what they're telling me. I've got a kid here that we're going to talk to, and she called it a godsend. Initially when we started out, we wanted to focus primarily on homeschool students because in Jackson County, we have noticed a decline in enrollment in the last 20 years. We were averaging around 100 students per year. We're losing that many students. And so a lot of those students are going to homeschool. And in Jackson County, there are between 600 and 800 students being homeschooled, and that's a large percentage of our total population of students.
Yeah.
So we wanted to offer a different pathway, a different option for them so that they could continue to participate in their school. Because if you're in this program, let's say you live at, I'll just say in Stevenson, you would be enrolled at Stevenson at North Jackson High School. If you're a high school student, you would enroll in North Jackson. You would remain enrolled in North Jackson. You would be able to participate in any activities that students.
To me, that's the best part. When you said that,
Right.
that's what made me think, why not? If I can go do band, if I can still play football, if I can still, do all the normal activities after school,
Right.
go to a award ceremony.
So the great thing is when you've completed your program, then you graduate with a diploma from that school.
Can you graduate early? Can you get through it early,
You can.
faster, or whatever?
Yeah, you'll go at your own pace, actually. So, the students, again, they have to be pretty self-motivated. This is not an easy program. It's not something that...
I was supposed to say, so my son goes to college, and he wanted to take an online math course, and that's what he's majoring in.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that the I guess counselor there said
Right.
is, if you do online, it is 3 times harder than if you do it face to face. Is that the same? Maybe not 3 times, but definitely harder.
I would think it would be more difficult, and we have students here that will attest to that.
Okay.
And I don't want to steal their thunder, but certainly want to talk to them and ask them about those different things. But to me, it seems to be difficult in the sense that if students are not well motivated, if they're not organized, then they have a very difficult time with this program. And we're careful with our selection process.
What is the selection process?
So there's an application you do online at the Jackson County Schools website under District News. You would go online and apply.
Okay.
Once you apply, then a committee will convene and talk about the student. They will get input from the principals, the counselors, teachers, and different things. If it's still not clear whether or not that student's a good fit, then we sometimes arrange a face-to-face meeting with that student and have a conversation. Our goal here is to make sure that they're happy with the program and they're not frustrated, because it is a difficult program. I think we had 55 applicants last year, and we, like I said, we enrolled 37 of those students. So pretty high percentage of students that weren't.
Have you had any that haven't been successful?
Yeah.
That have had to withdraw or switch or...
Yeah, and that's why, I'm, like I said, we're learning as we go. But I understand now more than I did how important that screening process is. Because, I certainly don't want a student to fail and don't want a student to feel frustrated. And so I don't want them to be participating in a program they're not happy with.
Right.
And so, when we enroll a student, we bring them in for an orientation where they'll do a couple of days with me and let them get acclimated to that program so that they'll know, it's a fit for them. And if it's a fit, that's good. If they decide it's not, then that's fine.
Right.
Our goal is not to take students from schools, but rather to offer them another pathway if they decide to go with a virtual program.
Okay. Is it different, like actual standards than the regular standards that they would get like in class, or is it?
They're national standards.
Okay.
But they cover all the state standards, but they'd go above and beyond state standards. So as you talk to the students that we have here to come on the show, they'll attest that it's not a simple program, but it does cover state standards.
Well, that's good. So if they left the virtual program and went to the actual classroom, it wouldn't be like a shell shocker. It would be similar standards.
I feel like they would be ahead.
You do?
I
Okay.
do.
Well, good.
And
I'm going to have to ask them.
Ask them.
I'm going to have to ask
Absolutely.
them. Do they feel like they're ahead? Because, I mean, if it is a little bit harder or more challenging, you know, more like an AP class or one of those, then that would make sense. But, you know, I don't know. I guess it depends on the kid. If the kids, you know, I can see where, I mean, I taught high school for 10 years. I can see where some are definitely more laid back. It might be a little bit harder, not as much focus. You know, or just, you have those kids, or I at least have had those kids who just are really smart, but they just want to get done. You know, so if it's done, good, check it off my list. But if they would have spent another hour, they could have been, this is not a word, but done. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, they went through all of it more, and they had a little bit more. Not that they didn't learn the basics, but they could have learned more. So, I don't know. I guess those are all things that you're probably still trying to think of.
We're still
work them out, talking to the kids about. So, who grades them? The teacher?
The teachers do all the grading.
Okay.
Of course, I monitor and make sure they're on task. Like I said before, I can keep up with the time they're spending on the program. And so if I see that there's a student that's not doing what they should be doing, not spending the time that they should be on in their subjects, then I would give them an email or a phone call, talk to them. And if that doesn't work, then I require them to come to me at the alternative school.
Is that where you're housed?
That's where I'm housed. Not that they're in trouble in that alternative school, but they would be there and they would work there in front of me. And that usually is a deterrent for goofing around. They see that they don't want to.
I'd be like, I have to go to alternative school.
It's not a fun place to be.
Well, I mean, that's good. So, have you had to have a lot of those conversations?
I have. Initially, you know, if a student gets behind, it's hard to catch up. That's the thing, because this is pretty fast paced.
It is.
And so, you know, sometimes my expectations might be, I'm a little more flexible with my students. I understand, you know, they're starting a new program. They're required to do a lot of reading and a lot of work. So,
yeah, because it's all reading. For people who are hands-on learners, that would be I'm a hands-on learner. I need to see it. And I don't always need to touch, but I need to see it and visualize it, and somebody needs to touch it. And so for me just to sit there and watch, that would be really difficult.
Sure. And you know, there are cases, and like I said, there are a lot of different cases with 37 students. Everybody's got their own story. But, you know, I have kids that work full-time jobs because they had to support themselves. I have children who have disabilities that require that they stay at home, and they're able to do this.
That's what I was going to ask you. What about, like, homebound?
Homebound.
Or do the homebound use the same program?
I have students that have different ailments, different issues that require that they stay home, and they can do this program effectively. And so that's a plus. Again, I have students that are actually running their own households and trying to work and go to school. I had students that said, hey, if it weren't for this program, then I would have to drop out and get my GED. And to me, you know,
just to take care of like family and
just to take care of family, to continue to work their job, to make their payments on their cars or their houses, or it's shocking at the things that I know. It's eye opening. You know, like I said, I've been in this thing 24 years, and it seems like as the culture changes, it becomes more and more shocking. But it's sad that some of the children are in the situations they're in.
And then my 20-year-old son who wants to just sit there and watch TV and, you know, I mean, works full time. And he goes to school too, but, you know, makes it a lot easier when he's got the comfort of mom's house stuff.
Oh, I guarantee you. Yeah, so, you know, we're excited about next year, hoping to actually make some changes with our program.
Okay.
Right now, we're actually using the teachers from OdysseyWare. Hopefully, in the future, we'll use our own teachers and their curriculum. That will be at a cost savings, and that will also allow the teachers to be more accessible to students because they'll be housed in our county rather than out of state.
So we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to talk about electives.
Sure.
How do you do the electives? Do they have to do electives, or are they just out there for the required? But we'll be back in just a moment. We'll be right back.
Rising Fawn Hardware is your place for all your gardening needs. Seeds, onion sets, cabbage, strawberry plants, and more. A complete line of home hardware items, too. Everything for the house, including plumbing, hardware, and metal roofs. Plus, Rising Fawn Hardware has everything you need for your livestock, including name brands like Nutria, Tucker, and Faithway. Always with a hometown atmosphere, it's Rising Fawn Hardware. 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Open 8 in the morning till 6 at night, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 8 to noon on Wednesday. Even open on Saturday from 8 until 4. Rising Fawn Hardware.
Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried chicken finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those golden fried chicken fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
Come hungry and leave satisfied at Cloud's Pizza, Highway 71 in Higdon. Cloud's Pizza uses only the freshest ingredients, and we hand toss our own pizza dough. Our pizzas are made from scratch when you order, so they're always fresh. And don't forget about our famous Sand Mountain cheese sticks. You can eat from the daily buffet or try a mouth-watering hamburger or cheeseburger. Come see your friends at Cloud's Pizza, Highway 71 in Higdon, and never leave hungry. Call ahead at 597-3100 for Cloud's Pizza. Visit us on Facebook at Cloud's Pizza and more.
Come see us at Cloud's Pizza.
Delivering top-quality primary health care locally. We are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain and Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and of course your private insurance. If you're unemployed, low income, or have a high copay or deductible, you may also qualify for a reduced rate office visit as low as $16. Ask about our free medication program, and ladies, you may qualify for a free or reduced rate mammogram. Dental referrals for our patients with tooth removal and fillings for only $15. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Cervical cancer screenings now available at Northeast Alabama Health Services. Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
All right, welcome back to This Week in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone, and this week it's a really pretty cool, interesting topic that we're talking about. And I didn't even really know you guys were doing that. You'd think at some point I would have figured that out, but you guys have a virtual program. Virtual school, you said they have to have 250 kids, but really, I mean, it's still the sense of a school where you've got kids coming and taking all their classes online and at home. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to do a quick recap for everybody. So you guys have about 37 students enrolled right now. There is a process they have to go through. I'm sure it's not for everybody. Those who aren't self-motivated would not do very well.
Correct.
But, you know, the fact that, like you were saying, some have family issues and have to work. Horrible, but they do. And for their families, and some of them, I'm sure some of them just get bored with traditional school and want to get done quick. And so there's a lot of different reasons I'm sure they do that. And I think that's good. They can just do it at their own pace. But the best part is, you say they can go and they can do football and any sports that you have, yes, and any after-school activity or curriculum, or that's cool.
That's a big selling point for this program, where they stay enrolled in the school, that they're their base school where they live.
Right.
They can go to parties or functions that the class is having, field trips. Like I said,
Do
the
you
prom.
let them know? So like, just if you're just joining us, this is Kevin McBride, and he's the principal admin person for it. But so, like, you've got kids from probably several different schools. So do you find out what's going on at their school and then let them know so they know, okay, football starting, or I don't know, or how do they get that information?
Initially, that the process would have been, or we had planned to say, hey, the counselors and let's say if it's a senior, the senior sponsors would keep in contact with them. But we're going to have to tweak that. We're going to have to revamp that because I feel like, we may be dropping the ball a little bit there. But, yeah, the school, for the most part, the parent has to have a good relationship with the teachers. Elementary, it's not as difficult because, with our schools and being a rural community, everybody knows everybody. And so, the parents and teachers, they talk regardless. And so they kind of know everybody's business and they know what's going on. But in the high school, hopefully the counselors and teachers do remind or something to let students know what's happening. But that's something that we're going to look at and try and rework. That's one of those areas that we need to improve in.
Well, that's still a good deal. So what are the plans for the future for your program?
Yeah, like I said before, we've decided next year to go with our own teachers rather than using the Odyssey Ware teachers. We're looking to bring the virtual program to the tech school and allow 12th grade students there to do their core classes or a portion of their core classes online virtually. And so they can stay at the tech school all day long.
That's where you'll be housed then.
And they'll be able to stay at the tech school all day long, take core classes there and do it at home and be able to do their trade while they're at the trade school, which is a win-win for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to be at the tech school.
Yeah, that's
That's cool.
something that we're excited about.
Yeah, that sounds cool. And so let's talk about electives.
Mm-hmm.
Can they do electives? So like I teach business and computer science.
Right.
That would be pretty hard to take. Okay, I think it would be more hard to take virtually, but not impossible.
Right.
Especially if somebody hired me to be an online virtual teacher where I literally could sit in front of the computer all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
But do you guys have electives like that?
We do. It's kind of cool. As like a teacher or principal at a small school, you understand that there are some shortages of teacher units, and in some cases you're a little short-handed.
Yeah.
And so, let's say you got a student that wants to take French, and there's not a French teacher at that school.
Right.
Well, fortunately, we have that with our Odyssey Ware program. You can take French. I have students taking Spanish, French, Latin is being offered. German, all sorts of neat languages. I have a student that's actually planning on being a business owner. He wants to start his own business. So he's taking like a small business entrepreneurship class.
That's cool.
I get a lot of requests for.
And there's a teacher that does that through Odyssey?
Absolutely.
Where's Odyssey housed? Is it?
I'm thinking that the group we deal with is through Arizona.
Okay. It would be better with their own teachers.
And so we want to move them this way. Now, with the electives, we'll still use a virtual program with virtual teachers, but with the core classes, we're going to use ours.
But some of those teachers, especially at the tech school, I mean, I think I would love that if one of my classes during, the planning period.
Right.
I mean, well, it wouldn't, but I would use that class time for it, and that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because that would give the kids an opportunity to, really, I would just be a live teacher.
Right.
But just, they would be doing it at home, and I would be live in my classroom. So that would be, and I know it's possible because this year I fell and hurt my foot, and it was grading period. Like it was 3 days before the grades were due.
Right.
And I was so worried that the kids were going to get behind. I wasn't able, the doc said, no, you can't go. So I literally sat at my computer at my desk at home, logged on to Google Classroom because you can send messages back and forth, and it was all live while I was in the class. Now they couldn't see me, and of course they knew what I looked like and stuff like that. But I was like messaging them, and they were messaging me so that, and then I even called one time and went through the whole class and said, let me talk to you, just to make sure we were all in the same space. But that's a lot you can do with that.
Yeah. Cool.
So, all right. Well, so you brought 3 kids with you today.
Yes, ma'am.
How many do you hope to have next year?
I'm not sure.
Number?
I mean, a lot.
Or do you have a minimum that you got to stick to?
Not really a minimum. As I said before, this past year, after the first semester, after the start of the first semester, it was hard to start students mid-semester.
Right.
But we're going to be doing something called a rolling enrollment through Odyssey Ware, so they can start at any time. And when they start, they get a 20-week program from that time period, regardless of when they start. So
can they do it during summer?
They can.
So what happens when you're not there during the summer? Well, I guess you're admin. You have to be there most of it.
Sure.
Because how many days do you get off of admin?
Not very many, just vacation days. And another thing, we're doing summer school with our virtual program this time.
Oh.
And so we're going to be using our teachers that will be training with the virtual program and offering a summer school virtually. And so that's going to be a big benefit to the students.
It will be. Now, how do the kids get to the school during the day? That would be kind of hard if they don't have a car or parents who can bring them. Or
that's a great question. Most kids can find a way there, because there are no time constraints on what time. Just as long as you give them a 24-hour notice, the principal at the school you're testing at, then you're good. So, it's not like you have to be there at 8 o'clock. You can show up tell them, hey, I'm coming in tomorrow at 10 or 11. But they don't use buses to get there for testing.
That would be hard.
They have to provide their own transportation for testing, and that's something that's on the application that you're, when we're screening,
like a warning,
asking, hey, can you provide your own transportation? What kind of computers do you have in your home that you'll be using for the program? Do you have high-speed internet? Just things that you wouldn't think of, but you would when you got in the middle of this program.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to test live.
Right.
That would make a big difference. And even just to go to football or basketball or just some of the sports, or even like I do FBLA, any of those, like you guys do Key Club in some of your schools and Beta Club.
Right. They can do those things as well.
But that would require after school.
And actually coming to meetings during the school time. If you're an athlete, you're playing baseball, and let's say last block is athletic PE, and they require all the baseball players to go, then you as a virtual student would still be required to go.
Right.
So it doesn't exempt you from any of the practice, but it is different than homeschooling, where in homeschooling you would be required to take one subject per semester in order to play sports. With this, you're not required to do anything like that.
Well, that's pretty cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing what technology has done for society, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. We're going to take a quick break. We come back. We've got three. We've got 3 different kids here. One's even a middle schooler. And we're going to talk to them about all the different things that go on with virtual school. So we'll be right back.
Thank you.
When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Mr. Rooter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710. When you or a loved one is facing a life-limiting illness, hospice care may be the answer. At Tapestry Hospice, the patient is the focus of our care. We are here to serve you and facilitate your wishes. Tapestry caregivers are concerned with managing your pain, keeping you in touch with your physician, and helping you make plans for the future. Hospice is life-affirming, and Tapestry Hospice can help you deal with all aspects of life, mind, body, and soul. Call Tapestry Hospice for more information. 706-383-8812. That's 706-383-8812. Tapestry Hospice. Redefining hope. The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve.
Innovation and quality. Two things you don't normally hear about in a recruitment ad, but you'll hear a lot about innovation and quality when you join the team at Vanguard National Trailer. Vanguard is an industry leader in the production of dry van trailers and composite plate trailers.
And right now, Vanguard National Trailer is hiring energetic and hardworking team members to be assemblers and welders, as well as industrial maintenance for first shift openings.
And you'll work a full 40-hour week in 4 days, which means 3-day weekends. And overtime is available. Working at Vanguard National Trailer has other great benefits too, like paid holidays, paid vacation, medical, dental, vision, and life insurance, plus a 401k plan.
Full-time work, 3-day weekends, available overtime, and great benefits. That's Vanguard National Trailer.
Fill out your application today. Vanguard National Trailer is an equal opportunity employer.
Apply in person today. Starting pay $10 to $14 an hour, depending on position. Vanguard National Trailer Corporation, Highway 11 North, turn beside the Primary Healthcare Center on Vanguard Drive. A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services, including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, or our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust, 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back to This Week in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone. If you're just now joining us, we have been talking with Mr. Kevin McBride. He is the principal admin over virtual school program that they have over here in Jackson County. Alabama has a requirement that every school district have the opportunity for students to take a virtual school. So pretty cool stuff. So next to me, I have Mr. Garrett Woolman. Did I say it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Woolman. Okay. And he is a student in the virtual school here in Jackson County. And we talked last year, and last year you were heading off to the military.
Yes, ma'am.
So did you make it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. I mean, I knew that, but we should tell him. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself and, you know, that what you did to get into the military and why virtual school.
I joined the Army National Guard, and I did the Split Ops program where you can go to basic training between your junior and senior year.
During like the summer?
Yes, I went in June and got home in August.
Wow, okay.
So it helped me get in shape for sports my senior year and stuff like that, and go ahead and get started. And the Guard was way better college benefits than anything else.
Okay.
So that was really what I was wanting to do.
So do you have college benefits when you graduate?
Yes, I can go to any state school and it's completely paid for.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so you could go to a 4-year, get your bachelor's degree.
Yes, ma'am.
Totally paid for. Is that what you're going to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's your favorite subject?
I would say math.
Okay, what are you going to do?
Probably some kind of engineering. I haven't really decided yet. I might get a job with a company doing geospatial. So if I enjoyed that, then I might go for that.
Do you know anything about geospatial?
No, that's why I haven't decided on that. I'm doing mechanical stuff with the Army, so if I like that, then I'll go for mechanical engineering or
So you went during your junior and senior during the summer, and I'm guessing besides learning about what the military is, which is what basic is, did you learn a trade?
I will go back this summer and learn a trade.
Okay.
Because we just didn't have enough time.
Okay, and so are you going on the weekends or anything?
Yes, I drill once a month.
So what do you do? Tell us what drill means. I don't know.
We go to drill, and you take a PT test to make sure that you're keeping up the standard, and do a little bit of training. And the kind of unit I'm in, there's people there who haven't been to basic training, and we're there to kind of help them and prepare them for that experience and what it's going to be like. It's a lot of training I've already done, and it's just to give people a step ahead of basic training. It helped me out a lot that I was able to go there.
Okay, and so do you wear your uniform and you act like you're in the military and you salute people and all the stuff that goes with it?
Yes, we're there to show them what the standard is and where they're trying to get to.
What do you want to do for now? You said it was the Army National Guard. Do you have to choose one of those?
No, the National Guard is a component of the Army. In the Army, there's the active duty, the reserves, and the National Guard.
Okay.
Here, when you see like tornado relief and stuff like that, that's the National Guard. They still deploy like the regular Army does, but when things happen here, it is the National Guard that's there.
Okay. So do you know what you want to do for them?
I'm going to do diesel mechanics.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that after I finish my degree, my contract will be up and I'll re-enlist and go active duty.
Oh, that'll be good. Cool. All right. So why virtual school? I mean, obviously it gave you time for the military, and I guess you said you work, so it was easier that way, made it more.
Yes, I can work when I have time. I'm a pretty busy person with, trying to keep up my physical fitness and working and doing what I can to help out my unit. So I can do it when I have time, and it's not like I have to go to school all day long and I can't go to work, or if my unit needs me, I'm at school.
Right.
So it's much more convenient for me in that way.
How often do you keep contact with them?
With my unit,
yeah.
It's pretty much an everyday thing.
Is it?
Not everybody's like that, but I try to keep active relationships with the cadre, the people that are over me, and helping them out and trying to get other people in the Guard and stuff like that.
Well, that's pretty good. So what subjects are you taking right now?
I'm taking English and a couple electives. English was the only thing I needed to graduate, but I can't just take one class.
You can't?
No, I don't really know that much about that part of it, but it made sense to me, so I just went with it.
What are your electives?
I was doing civics and like a wood shop kind of thing.
How do you do wood shop virtually?
It's like you just figure it out.
Did you have to actually do something?
No, it's like I did carpentry a long time ago as my job, so I took that because I know how to do it. So you just it's pretty much book work without a lot of hands-on.
Okay, so you didn't get any cool stuff out of it?
No, not really.
No. All right, and so you're almost done. How are the grades?
Good. I would say virtual school is probably more work than I had to do in school.
Was it?
And it was a little more of a challenge for me, but I was able to keep my grades up.
Is it hard because you have to stay self-motivated?
Yeah, you don't have a teacher there every day, making sure you're on it. Now, Mr. McBride will email you and call you every day if you're not working, but it's not the same as someone reminding you constantly, this is what we're doing today. It's you have to, get up yourself and get on it and do it.
And if you don't?
That's just on you. There's no one that's going to be like, well, I'll give you half credit for this and half credit for this. It's you have to reach out to the teacher for things like that. It's not them chasing you for work.
That's true. That's got to be. Yeah. Do you think the work itself is harder, or just is it harder because it's more demanding of your time and self-motivation?
I would say there's probably just more work.
Really?
I wouldn't say it's harder, but there's definitely more work.
Okay.
Because they don't have to worry about a whole class and going around to everybody, so they can just give you the work and get to you when they can. It's not that they have an hour to get to everybody.
Right. Now, do you do it faster than you would a typical class? That might be part of it.
Yes, you can work at your own pace. So if you work faster, you can finish everything as she posted, or if you're slower, you can work at your own pace. I would say that's probably the best part of it. Is if you struggle to keep up, you don't have to struggle to keep up. You have all the time you need, and if you can work at a faster pace, you don't have to wait on anybody else.
Well, that makes it nice, especially if you get sick or something else goes on. So if you were going to tell somebody the benefits to it and try to convince somebody to join the virtual school, what would your marketing here you go, tell them what you think?
I would say if you play sports and you wanted more time to work out or get extra work in, it gives you a lot more time. If you work a job, it gives you way more time to do that. And like I said, if you're slower and you have trouble in a classroom environment, it's better for that. And if you work at a much faster pace than everyone else, it's better that way because you don't have to wait on someone. And you still have, and even if you struggle, you can still communicate with your teacher and they can help you. So it's not like you don't have someone who can help you. It's just they're not physically there. You just have to talk to them through email and calling and whatnot.
Well, those are all pretty good reasons. I don't know that everybody could be motivated for it, but definitely works for you. So super excited. You graduate in just what?
What's today? The 7th?
Couple days?
Like 21 days, 22 days?
Is it 21? Wow. Are you excited?
Yes. Because I feel like it's not going to be that different because I don't go to school now.
Right.
But it'll be different not having work to worry about.
Yeah, that's true. So what are you going to, does the counselor work with you at the high school to try to get you ready for college or whatever's coming up next?
Yes, it's been a lot of getting ready for like graduation stuff like that because most of my college stuff I go through my unit because they're in charge of my benefits. You know, like she can't help me with that.
Right.
But they can. I'm like, you know, if this is the school I want to go to, or like she can help me with picking out a school and stuff like that. But when it comes to like how they would help other people with applying for scholarships and stuff, I don't really have to do that because mine's paid for already.
Right.
So there is some, but I wouldn't say it's the same as it would be for somebody else.
So do you know where you want to go? What school?
I haven't really decided yet. I'm waiting to decide what I want to major in before I pick a school because I don't want to get my heart set on a school and then I find out that their program for what I want is not that good or they don't have it.
How long do you have before you have to make a decision? Is there a deadline?
Not really. My contract will be up when I'm like 23. But, I mean, honestly, if I need more time, I can just resign.
Can you do it while you're in?
Yes. They highly encourage you to go to school while you're in. Whether you're active duty, guard, or whatnot, you can go to school whenever.
So do you think you're going to try that?
Yes,
to do it at the same time?
They'll pay for your school and pay you to go. So I mean, it's definitely a good option for school if you're looking for a way to pay for it.
Do you still have to work with them full time if you're going to school? Okay.
When you're in the guard, you actually don't work with them full time ever.
Oh, okay.
You just go to you can if you're a recruiter or special circumstances like that, but really you just you go to your drill and stuff. Like you're a soldier, but you still have your civilian life. Like I work full time and have my own place and my own car and stuff. It's not like active duty where you go to a base somewhere and everything's provided for you.
Will you have to get to that point?
No, you will still deploy like the regular Army does.
But so you're not like a typical fresh recruit going into basics.
I already went through basic training. You will get all the same training that active duty soldiers get. Like when you go to basic training, they don't know if you're in the National Guard or not unless you tell them.
Okay.
So you get all the same training and whatnot. You wear the same uniform. It says Army.
They're not any nicer?
No.
No. Was it hard?
Not at all. I wouldn't say it was that hard for me. I come from a military family. I was prepared mentally for a lot of it, but I would say it was very challenging, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
I got paid to get yelled at and work out and shoot guns, so it wasn't too bad.
Well, good. Well, thanks for coming on today and talking about it. I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Super excited that you're going to graduate. So, all right, and when we come back, we have 2 more students in the audience that we're going to talk to. We'll be right back.
Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank Marion Countyans will ever need. At 402 North Cedar Avenue in South Pittsburgh, 4765 Main Street in Jasper, and at 14087 Highway 28 in Whitwell. Providing the highest standard of customer services with a personal touch. Our associates can help you with personal loans, personal lines of credit, a variety of mortgage loans, and more. And we offer real-time internet banking too. See us in South Pittsburgh, Jasper, and Whitwell today. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank Marion Countyans will ever need. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Country cooking with family recipes. That's what you'll get at Howard's Restaurant, offering a full menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Plus an all-you-can-eat lunch and dinner buffet. They make all their homemade bread and pizza dough and sauce. Come by Howard's Restaurant for special buffets. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Howard's Restaurant in Eider, located in the Old Cabbage Bowl Restaurant. Catering is available. Call today, 256-657-4191. Gigabit Internet residential service is now available to customers of the North Alabama Electric Co-op with NAEC Fiber in Jackson and Marshall County. Residential gig service is now available for only $79.95. Call today to have your gig service installed at 256-437-5000. High-speed fiber residential gig internet service now available to customers of the North Alabama Electric Co-op with NAEC Fiber. Business and commercial customers can get gig service too. Call for pricing 256-437-5000. Gig service from North Alabama Electric Co-op. 256-437-5000. At Comfort Gallery in Kimball, you can truly shop for any piece of furniture from any of our manufacturers. Drop in today and use our in-store kiosk. It's over 40 inches of full color, completely interactive for ease of use. And yes, you can shop all of our manufacturers for virtually any piece you may be looking for. Come to Comfort Gallery in Kimball to find exactly what you need for your home using our kiosk to shop from all of our manufacturers. Free delivery and setup, 1 year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months same as cash available at Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, Kimball, Tennessee. Landers McLarty Ford of Fort Payne is your destination for quality automobile service. Landers McLarty is second to none when it comes to service on your vehicle. You can drop by and see us on Glen Boulevard Southwest in Fort Payne. Call our service department at 256-845-1101 or schedule an appointment online at LandersMcLartyFordFortPayne.com. So whether you drive a Ford or any other make of car, SUV, or truck, see our ASE certified and Ford factory trained technicians today at Landers McLarty Ford in Fort Payne.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of Two-Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne.
All right, welcome back to This Week in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone. If you're just now joining us, we've been talking to Mr. Kevin McBride. He is the school admin over the virtual school program that's in Jackson County Schools. So they just started it this year. They had 37 students currently, and which far exceeded what they were going to do, but they hope to have lots more next year. And I mean, from my perspective, as long as you can self-motivate, I would think it was a great program. So we just got done talking to Garrett Woolman, and I mean, he works full-time job and he's got all this stuff going on. Army National Guard, that's crazy. That's a lot of stuff, isn't it? It is. All right, so next to me, I have Miss Noelle and Lee, and you're in 7th grade.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a lot of responsibility for a 7th grader to self-motivate.
Right.
I teach middle school, and there's not a whole lot of my 7th graders that would go, hey, I'm at home, but I think instead of sleeping, I'm going to get up and do schoolwork. Most of them would just keep sleeping.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that is not you. Do you have a pretty strict schedule?
Yes.
Okay. And so tell us why did you choose virtual school?
Well, my parents wanted to challenge me more.
Okay.
And I wanted to be challenged more because I just felt bored in the classroom most of the time. And I just, I'm not the best social person.
Okay.
Socially awkward. And so it was just better. It was just a better option.
Okay. So were you in the gifted programs and it just helped you push you further or along?
I never got to take the test for gifted, so I was never in gifted.
Okay. But you just needed more, was it harder work, more work?
Yeah, harder.
Both? Okay.
Both.
Well, good. And so tell us, what's your favorite subject? You're in 7th grade?
Yes. I'd either have to say English or science.
Well, those are definitely on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Do you like writing?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Do you read a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then why science?
Just because I'm weird. I like lots of weird facts and fun facts, stuff like that. And I just like learning more. I took a health course.
That's not weird. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I just like it because there's so much you can learn from it, like reading and everything like that.
What do you think you want to be when you grow up?
Veterinarian.
A vet?
Yeah, a vet.
You like animals?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a lot at home?
Sort of. Not really.
No?
No.
No. I don't have, except for a dog.
Yeah.
So, well, that's pretty cool. So, what courses are you taking now?
I'm taking digital arts, math, English, science, history, and keyboarding.
Wow, you're taking a lot. And keyboarding?
Yes.
Really?
It's not what you think it would be.
Okay, so because I actually teach keyboarding.
Really?
I'm a business teacher.
That's cool.
So tell me what it's like then.
It's more like learning the different parts of a computer.
Okay, so it's more like basic computer.
Yeah, and then you also, there's a typing unit we did.
Did you learn?
Mm-hmm.
So I could test you right now and you would type correctly?
Yeah.
What do you type? What's your words per minute?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember?
It was the unit at the very beginning.
So, okay, and you learn about the computer, the basics of computer, and then how to type. That's pretty, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I definitely have taught that in the past. But you got a full load.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a lot of classes.
Yeah.
Do you have to take that many because you're younger?
No, I chose to.
You chose to?
Yeah.
How many would you have had? I mean, what's the minimum, or is there a minimum?
Yeah, you can just do the 4 basic courses.
English, math, history, and science?
Yeah, but you can choose your electives. And so I wanted digital arts, which was a 9th grade course.
Okay.
But I got to take it anyways. And so I am doing digital arts and keyboarding.
What do you do in digital arts?
It's a lot of like experimenting with 3D images and
do you take a shape and then turn it 3D and rotate it or whatever?
Learn how to animate and stuff like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty fun.
That is pretty cool. All right, and what's your best grade in your classes?
My best grade? My overall grade?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my best grade would probably be digital arts.
Really?
I'm at 95. So.
Oh, well, I would probably fail that. Maybe not the digital, but I am not a very good artist.
Right.
So, along with that, do you do any sports? Do you do any of the extracurricular stuff that they let you do?
Yes, I am on a swim team.
Are you?
Yes.
I didn't even know they had a swim team.
Yeah.
Where do you swim?
In Scottsboro.
Well, that's a while.
Yeah.
That takes a while to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like swimming, or do you just do it? I mean, obviously you like swimming, but do you want to do something with it, or?
Right now, it's just like a good pastime, but I do enjoy it for like a good workout and stuff like that. Good workout.
You can do that to get to school, college. You've got scholarships for
Mm-hmm.
it. So that's pretty good. Do you join any of the clubs? Like, are you in the Beta Club or anything?
I used to be in Beta and Math Club when I was at
school.
Yeah, at school.
So can you still do those things?
I'm not for sure. I'm pretty sure you can, but it'd just be I'm not for sure.
It's hard because you got to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So do you study for a lot of your tests? Are they hard?
Yes.
Are they harder than when you were taking them in school?
Not really. If you've known your information and you looked over it, it's about the same.
Is it? Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Sounds like you got everything together. And do you plan to keep going the same path?
Yeah.
Virtual?
Yeah, virtual.
All right. Do you plan on graduating early?
I'll try.
You're going to try?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on, Noelle.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back.
We are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
Ron, this newcomer has no idea what he's getting himself into.
Let's go to the action. Jim, the size difference alone is staggering.
Unbelievable, Ron, and this guy acts like he doesn't have a care in the world. What is he thinking?
Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks, think train.
Tennessee Valley Net, your local provider of fiber optic high-speed internet. TV with over 200 digital channels available. And phone service with lots of extras. Fiber optics from TVN is expanding to many areas. Call and see if TVN is available in your area. 706-657-4367. Or log on at tvn.net today. Bundle and save on fiber optic high-speed internet, digital TV, and phone service. All from Tennessee Valley Net. 706-657-4367. Online at tvn.net.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call 855-210-8024. 855-210-8024. Don't wait, call now.
Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried chicken finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those golden fried chicken fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast.
All right, welcome to This Week in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone, and this week we're talking to the virtual school program and how they're doing all their classes virtual. Pretty cool, I think. They're currently using a program that's Odyssey. They're not using their own staff, but so far it sounds like it's good. We've talked to a couple of students. One's a 7th grader. Sounds like it's going good. So next to me, I have Miss Savannah Holgan. Did I say that right?
Yes.
All right, Miss Savannah Holgan. And you are a senior this year.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm very ready.
Graduation's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So why virtual school for you?
Well, I've struggled with social anxiety and depression for all my life. I'm also on the autism spectrum, and I was diagnosed at that since I was 2 years old.
Wow.
And I've been seeing therapists since I was 2, but recently I also got diagnosed 7 months ago with CRPS, and it's a chronic pain illness, and it's very painful to deal with, and it's very hard to move some days. So this program is a godsend.
So
honestly.
it just helped you get through school faster?
It did, and one day I woke up and I thought I had a sprained ankle when really I had a disease.
Wow.
And is
it an autoimmune disease?
Yeah, it's a chronic referred pain syndrome, I think.
Yeah, I never heard of it,
it's very painful. It's like pins and needles. It's almost like, the whole time your ankle is feeling like it's broken and twisted off. Wow. The whole time.
That's not
and
good.
And even decapitating or, your ligaments where the thing is affected, it still stays with phantom pains. So there's no cure for it right now, and it's very hard.
So what are they doing for you?
Prescribing a lot of medicines. Actually, I'm hoping to find a pain clinic, and I'm going to a specialist, but I had to reschedule because it was on my graduation date.
Oh. Yeah. Well, the good news is you get to finish school on time.
Yeah.
You're right. That is kind of a good thing for you that you had virtual school. So what classes are you taking in virtual school?
I'm taking English, which is one of the ones I have to do to graduate.
Okay.
Government, environmental science, which is the main 3 I have to graduate with. And that's about it.
That's
and then
it?
some curriculars. But those I don't need to graduate. I just need extra classes to fill it in. I think it's because, you can't just take 3.
Right.
But I actually like it. I learned a lot of stuff. I think I've actually learned more in this program than I had over my 3 years in high school. Just because I could never focus. I could never grasp it. And when it's hands-on or just one-on-one, no distractions. Yeah, pardon me. It's amazing, and I love it a lot. Very comfortable.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good. Do you find that it's harder? Like the curriculum's harder?
Some of the projects are hard, but the teachers work with you. If you're like, I can't do this, please explain it to me. I'm having a hard time with it. They'll be like, okay, what do you need? We'll start you on this and go from here. And it's really amazing.
Well, it sounds like it was a perfect timing for you. And
it was.
Do you have any plans after high school?
I'm planning to go to college for 1 to 2 years and see where I go from there. I was thinking of becoming an EMT or something in the medical field because my mother was an EMT. So I'm very fascinated with forensics, medical stuff. So
you might be able to help somebody in your situation.
Yeah.
When they go through it.
Yeah, I definitely plan on spreading awareness. It's something that barely anyone hears about, so especially with my mom with lupus.
Yeah, that's not good. But it sounds like you got it together and you went through it all, and I think that's pretty good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Have you done any of the extracurricular things through the program?
Yes, I've done personal and family living that helps with just surprisingly everything that you need to know when you get out of high school, like how to budget your time and everything like that.
Well, that works pretty good. Well, sounds like you did everything good. I wish you the very best luck in your graduation. And I sure hope all your pain goes away.
Thank you very much.
Because that is not any fun.
No, it is not.
So, but it sounds like you got it under control.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll see you next week.